Shalom, family. Good to see you all here. Hope you're having a wonderful day. We're going to talk about Tyler Robinson, who is named as the assassin of Charlie Kirk. And not one thing, let me just tell you this, not one thing these MAGA junkies said was accurate. You hear me? Not one thing was accurate. All right. And the attack on HBCUs, you know damn well Black people do not have a track record in America as assassins. And you know this. You were just looking for any reason to mess with those college students. So when I put this stuff out, y'all keep HBCUs and Black folk out of your damn mouth. That's what you need to do. Instead of focusing on us, you need to attend to the people within your group that are sellouts. That's what you need to deal with. We are not your problem. Your problem is internal. And I said that before, and I'm saying it again. Keep us out of your goddamn mouth. We don't have nothing to do with some bullshit you got going. So, on that note, y'all, let's talk. First of all, Tyler Robinson's family, him and his family are registered Republicans. That's what they are, registered Republicans. Now, what did they say? Now, I'm going to get to the Black conservatives too. What did they say? Oh, liberals did. It was a liberal. Libertards, liberals. They were just ODing on it, right? And I guess what really got me were the Black conservatives. Black conservatives, you motherfuckers are like trained monkeys. Anything your white masters say, you jump right on a video and say it too. I can't tell you how many Black conservative videos over these last few days since Charlie Kirk was assassinated, they all on the video saying the same damn thing these white crazy MAGA nuts be saying. Oh, it's the liberals. It's the liberals. You dudes are trained monkeys. And you have proven one thing: y'all don't have a mind of your own. Whatever your slave master think, you think. See, you would have been that slave on the plantation. We probably would have had to jump. Okay? You would have ran in the house telling my master, come outside with the whip. They talking about you, master. That's what you would have done. So when nobody would be looking, we would have to take you up in the woods and jump you. But it just proves Black conservatives have no mind of their own. They were all over the video screaming, oh, it's the liberals, only because you heard your white slave master tell you that. So I thought I didn't respect y'all before. I really don't respect you now. I really don't. You just one of those people you feel if you just go along with everything, you'll be safe. And let me tell you, up in racist America, you will never be safe. Not even if you're cooning out for the right. You will never be safe in racist America. Okay, so don't sit there trying to convince yourself that if you just go along and mouth the same words, you safe. You will never be safe in America. And your ass, even if you are a Black conservative, but y'all have proven without a shadow of a doubt, y'all have no mind of your own. I don't respect you, and I really don't respect you now. And when your white counterparts were screaming about HBCUs, where were you to come out and say, wait a minute, y'all shouldn't do this to the HBCUs? You don't have any evidence that it was that. Y'all didn't say a damn thing. You Black conservatives didn't say shit. You're sellouts, and you're the worst kind of sellout. All right, y'all. So let's get to the videos that I have. So the first one I'm going to play is from NBC News. All right. Oh no, black conservatives love mayonnaise. Okay. They love mayonnaise. They probably love it because the white MAGAs love it, so they love it too. All right. Okay, let me share my screen. All right, y'all. Please give me a 1 if you can see my screen. Thank you.
We are coming on the air with breaking news this morning. President Trump announcing on Fox News, on the show Fox and Friends, that a suspect is now in custody. The shooter, believed to be the shooter in the assassination of Charlie Kirk. We have NBC News correspondent Morgan Chesky on the ground in Utah. He is there on site. Morgan, thank you very much for being with us. President Trump saying about this person of interest, what exactly do we know so far? Why are officials confident they have the right person?
That is a question we hope to ask here in a press conference, Savannah, in about 45 minutes in this very building behind me. And we know that FBI Director Kash Patel will be in attendance. It was just hours ago, late last night, that authorities released new video that certainly contributed to bringing this person into custody. And in the president's interview, he said some things that were very telling that we're going to be hopefully following up on to gain some clarity, saying that someone close to this person of interest recognized them either from the images or the video that had been released, and then reached out to the father of that individual, who then in turn, according to the president now, convinced this person to join them, and they went to a U.S. Marshal. Now, that is how, if I'm hearing the president correctly, he's laying kind of the timeline of events here. And that would certainly be a best case scenario in that there was no resistance, especially, from an armed standpoint, with this person being brought into custody. Authorities have been very tight-lipped, either from keeping their cards close to the vest or simply because they didn't know very much about this person other than the images and the video that they shared. In this press conference, where we hope to learn more, we do know that state investigators will also be there. They've been working hand in hand with federal investigators since this shooting took place. In fact, I've been told that more than 100 law enforcement personnel have been kind of scouring the scene and the area and have been on the case to try to track down this person. But the governor making it very clear last night that the public was vital here. They needed the public's help, and it led them to conducting more than 200 interviews and fielding thousands of tips. And certainly all of those combined have led to, this person now being brought into custody. The president saying that he believes with a high degree of certainty that this individual is the person who fired that fatal shot, killing Charlie Kirk in broad daylight with thousands of witnesses and attendants as he visited this campus, Utah Valley University, the first stop in what was supposed to be a nationwide tour. Now, earlier, investigators had painted a grim timeline from surveillance footage where they spotted this individual arrive on campus at 11:52 a.m. And then using other camera angles, they were able to follow this person through stairwells and up onto a roof where they say he stretched out in a prone position. And then at around 12:20, just a few minutes after Charlie Kirk began fielding questions from the crowd, they say he fired a single fatal shot that struck Kirk in front of the crowd. Now, we do know that Kirk was rushed to a nearby hospital, but passed away soon after. As for the next steps of the person who pulled the trigger, that video showed them leaping off the building, and that was one of the videos released late last night. guys.
And Morgan, it seems like one of the videos that made a big difference, knowing that somebody who seems to be familiar with the suspect is actually who alerted authorities. Morgan Chesky in Utah for us. Thank you so much. I want to bring in our national law enforcement and intelligence correspondent, Tom Winter. Tom has been all over this. You actually have some new information for us this morning.
Yeah, Savannah. So it is, as authorities described, an individual in their early 20s, 22 years old, from Utah, the person that is now in custody, believed to be the person who is the suspect. This individual, apparently a family member, saw the photos that have been put out there, the same photos that we're looking at right now, saw those photos, confronted their son, and then called police. At that point, he was taken into custody and right now is in the process of, they're obviously trying to talk to him. We don't know if they're talking to him. But to recap again, this suspect in the early 20s, 22 years old, from Utah, is in custody right now, believed to be the suspect after a family member saw the photos that we've been looking at now for the last 24 hours or so, confronted their son and said, look, effectively, is this you? And at that point, there's a point where he's turned into police. And that's where the investigation stands. I think soon we'll be able to report to you a name on this individual. Obviously, we're in the process of starting to pour over social media accounts, LinkedIn pages, all that type of stuff to try and determine if anything's been posted by this person over the last several days, anything that could point to a motive. Sometimes people leave writings behind. Rarely they leave a manifesto behind. That'll all be part of the investigation. But to confirm the news that the President of the United States has said himself, just in the last 20 minutes or so, it appears there's been obviously a major breakthrough here.
Absolutely. Tom Winter confirming that news for us. Again, an announcement that the president had made just a moment ago on Fox News. There is now a suspect in custody. New details there from our Tom Winter in his early 20s and turned in by someone who actually knew him. That information coming, of course, after that video and photos were put out of a suspect, a person of interest.
Hi, everybody. We're coming on the air. President.
Okay, y'all. So you heard his father turned him in. That's how he got caught. And to be honest with you, I think if somebody did not recognize him, seemed like a minister recognized him, contacted his father, and his father turned around and turned Tyler Robinson in. I believe his father's name is Matt Robinson. And if it wasn't for that, I don't think they would have caught him. I really don't, because when you look at the footage that they put out, it really wasn't good at all. You see somebody jumping off the building and running, but you really don't get a good look at their face at all. So, yeah, his own dad turned him in. Yes. So I do have a few videos from TikTok, and I'm going to let you see those. Let's see that one. Let's see if I have it here. Just give me 1 second. Okay. Okay. Yeah, you got him with his father's help. You sure didn't do very good with the investigation. In fact, there were a lot of people complaining about Cash Patel and how poor the FBI have been doing with the investigations. And well, that you put a non law enforcement guy in charge of the FBI. What the hell do you expect? And y'all fired some of the top FBI agents that were there before. You fired them all. So yeah, you got this substandard man running everything. Okay. Please give me a 1 if you can see my screen. Thank you. All right.
We got him. On the evening of September 11th, a family member of Tyler Robinson reached out to a family friend who contacted the Washington County Sheriff's Office with information that Robinson had confessed to them or implied that he had committed the incident. Investigators interviewed a family member of Robinson who stated that Robinson had become more political in recent years. The family member referenced a recent incident in which Robinson came to dinner prior to September 10th, and in the conversation with another family member, Robinson mentioned Charlie Kirk was coming to UVU. They talked about why they didn't like him and the viewpoints that he had. Investigators noted inscriptions that had been engraved on casings found with the rifle. Inscriptions on a fired casing read, "Notices, bulges, capital OWO, what's this question mark?" Inscriptions on the 3 unfired casings read, "Hey fascist, exclamation point, catch, exclamation point." Up arrow symbol, right arrow and symbol, and 3 down arrow symbols. A second unfired casing read, "Oh Bella Chow, Bella Chow, Bella Chow, Chow Chow." And a third unfired casing read, "If you read this, you are gay, LMAO.
He wasn't an immigrant. He wasn't trans. He wasn't black. He wasn't a gang member. He was a 22-year-old white boy from Utah. The threats to the HBCUs? For what?
According to the voter registrations in Utah, Tyler Robinson's family are registered Republicans. So this is not a Democratic thing. Anyways, I Googled and it shows, according to the voter registrations, the family are Republicans. So we'll see where that takes us. Kind of interesting, though.
Congratulations, you have been selected to receive the Resident Presidential Scholarship from Utah State University. The value of this scholarship is approximately $32,000. This scholarship is available for 4 years or 8 semesters.
Sorry about that, y'all. Okay. So that was Tyler Robinson. Apparently, he got a scholarship for $32,000. So he's a college student. And I kind of thought the whole time this was a college student. Now, that old man in the first live stream I did, when they arrested him, that man lied and said he took Charlie Kirk out. And after they interrogated him for a while, they realized he didn't do nothing. But that's why he got arrested. He said he did it. That old man. And he didn't do anything. I mean, there's all kinds of indicators anyway. He didn't have no gun residue on his hands from what they were saying. And the more they talk to him, the more they realize he didn't do it. So that's why it appeared he did it. Now, they had arrested two men, him and another man, and they had to let both of them go. And you see Tyler Robinson right here. The only reason why they got him is because his father turned him in. Go figure. So, anyway, my last parting thoughts. Number one, I got another live stream coming at 1:45 today. Number two, there's only 2 more days, today and tomorrow, if you want to get the pomade for 20% off. I made a big batch of it and I got it ready to go. So any of you that are interested in getting some, this would be the time to do it before it goes back to regular price after Saturday. And number 3, again, keep us out of your mouth. Leave our melanated college students alone. Your problem is internal. So y'all fix your community and stop focusing on us. And on that note, I will see you at 1:45. I will be publishing that live stream as soon as I'm done here, so you will see it. And I hope you'll come back so we can do it all over again. Shalom, family.